Sometimes you just gotta press the button. Now in this video we're gonna focus on this side, and it is a moving day, and in some measure it is a giveaway as well. I always do different types of giveaways and monitor responses, even though I know we're down to 12 people who even get alerts to my videos, but we'll leave that alone. That's fine. No, I'm exaggerating, but don't be surprised if Indian Trace as a full channel just disappears. And I will say with this caveat, this is going to be next. These will not be long. I've got to cover these. That is totally uncommon right there, what you're looking at. Very rare and precious. Almost sacred, like even the Navajo and the Anasazi thought that the turquoise was. Probably still believe it is. Anyway, as I was saying, don't be surprised if Indian Trace as a channel just disappears completely. The reason, you'll say? Why? Well, that's how they play. If they can't win in the arena of ideas, we're going to take a look at these that I found in the last couple months. Some will be given away. Then, if they can't win, then they cheat, steal, kill. It's just the nature of the enemy. Unbelievable pieces I found in the last couple months. And I don't doubt they do that. And they say, well, is that just because you're sharing about artifacts and what have you? No. It is because of the links that I've shared for 6-7 years that any one group, any 12, any 5 that you decide to listen to, it totally sets you free. Opens your mind to considering truth, life, liberty, what's going on. And then I've gotten plenty of comments, yes, that when these artifacts are at play, why talk about politics? Why talk about religion? Well, here's the simple reason. So simple. Because for these people, their ancestors and generations, every bit of their life was inseparable from religion, spirituality, and political context. And because politics didn't reach these ancient people, that is, these artifacts you're looking at, like this one right here, and all of the Stone Age Indians, they had their own politic. But when our greedy, arrogant, prideful, that is, what's happening now and what happened during the historic period Indian time like this, to hurt on purpose and destroy them. Well, that politic was different than this body politic, but it was still going on. They were able to coexist for 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 years plus, and that's conservative. So some great things. I'm going to leave that alone. Let me look at these, and yes, I will listen, I will monitor, I will observe and think about every response that's given. I will continue to leave and glean some of the best links I can to lead you, to help you if you haven't considered or don't have a porthole for good information, for independent journalists who do not care to be dictated to or follow the dictates of fake news that's really just designed for propaganda, but people don't want to think about it. They can't half emotionally believe it's true. Well, it has been for decades. Once you break out of the matrix and you realize the truth, you'll never go back. Neat piece here with rhyolite. This flat edge right in the middle is the outer flake that was so original when they did it. Now it's all patinaed, okay? So this is not the color of the original flint. This is moved to a chalky patina. It was a deep, nice luster of a flint. Brown or in green, army green. Some great finds, though. Now, I have talked to some very close friends. One I speak about politics particularly to very closely, as well as human relationships. And unfortunately, the burden and the weight of what's happening. That's why I mentioned some in this video. It's affecting so many whether they know it or not. You will do this or you will not be in the in club in society. You will not be in the in club in certain restaurants, certain jobs. You'll just be dismissed because you will not do what you're told. Look at that piece. So there was a different whole body politic with these Stone Age Indians that we're looking at here, and their evidence of their need, which I love, and you love. The difference was that they had to, were required to have a full consensus of tribe, and one chief didn't just dictate, because there's a strong body of adults, females as well, and warriors, who would just say, well, heck no. That's ludicrous. That doesn't support the whole group for their protection, for their self-sufficiency and their survival. So they wouldn't follow those dictates of a small minority. Well, as many of you agree with me, the pitiful state of a small minority now who are pretending because they've never earned leadership. They're pretending to be leaders under the guise of sedition or treason. It's ridiculous. Under the guise of crime and criminality. Under the guise of no evidence having been heard. So these things are true, although some people resist it because propaganda seeps so deep into them, they immediately restrict and withdraw from saying, hey, what's up? What's going on? Let me see. Put it on the table in front of me and let's take a look at this. Why can't we do that? These Stone Age Indians in many social groups, cosmos, social systems before us, whether it's Cahokia or whatever, all did these things for a thorough consensus to hear it out. Councils of hours to talk about the situation. But we have groups now who don't dare talk about it. They're afraid. They'll put a gag order on you. They'll cancel your channel. They'll have you removed from every social network where you can communicate. So I'm just putting these out to say beware. And if I disappear as a channel, it's not because I chose to. Probably the only reason is because truth is dangerous. Do you support it? Some of these are going to find a different home, remember that. I'll work it out. It's usually a unique, different way. And hey, I shout out right now to a fella out there named Sean. You mentioned something about a banner stone. Something about a promise or a word I've given you. Tell me about it, because I think I forgot. Hope everybody finds out there.